Darren, we got all the Mandos out for. You don't. That's a ton of them, and they're on flight stands.
I hate flight stands.
I know.
Yeah. But you haven't heard the news?
No.
Ha! We got something to talk about now. Hi, and welcome to another episode of 3 Foot Good. I'm Darren.
I'm Tyler.
And I'm Rich.
And in this episode, I don't know if you guys have been doing anything.
Adepticon happened.
Adepticon happened.
This is what happens when we don't go to Adepticon. Because
Yeah.
neither of us made it this year.
We didn't.
And it's already on the calendar for next year for me because they've already announced the dates. But I mean, we're getting motherfucking Mandos. Like, we're not going to bury the lead. You saw the intro.
So they're
The roadmap happened.
yes.
And they previewed a whole bunch of things.
This is about Legion, in case you didn't know.
Right. Sorry. Yes, I guess this is about Star Wars
Yeah.
Legion. They previewed a whole bunch of stuff that's coming out in the next year.
Mhm.
It was really cool. They did the Jedi Council, which is the 4 Jedi. There's Mace, Shaak Ti, Ki-Adi-Mundi, and Plo Koon. Shaak Ti and Plo Koon are operatives, and Ki-Adi-Mundi and Mace are commanders. I believe all of Mace's things have been spoiled except his mastery, because that's a keyword. But they're also squad upgrades. So really looking forward to Plo Koon as an operative. He looks very interesting for us clone players.
Yeah. If anybody's actually done it, as you know, you take him as an operative, and he has direct, and he can do some. He's going to be able to do some really cool stuff. We've already, you've already kind of figured out what he could do with 5s.
Right, he can direct the 5s and go. You could retinue with 5s to squad 2 with his command upgrade that he gets, or you can do that to the Ahsoka squad and then give the Ahsoka squad another dodge because she has block and more dodges for surging defense. Is always nice. There's things you can do with him.
Really cool.
But we don't know points.
But we don't know points.
And we don't know all of his upgrades.
Yeah.
We know hardly anything.
Yeah,
but
we don't know anything.
I'm curious.
But we're excited about what we have seen.
And they're coming quarter 3 of 26 is what they said. Yeah. So
Shaak Ti, right?
Shaak Ti. Yeah, she's an operative.
She's also an operative, which
and she's got some weird mercenary.
Yeah, there's going to be some mercenary things.
Which, gee, I wonder why we need those.
Right. So with Mandos are now
they're going to be mercenaries in every faction.
Yes,
we'll be able to take Mandos as a clan of Mandos as mercenaries.
Right. And they are their own faction.
They are the 5th faction. They are not a battle force. They are a 5th faction.
Yeah, which is so they're going to have a box set coming out in June.
We'll get to that. Yeah. Hold on. I have a list here, Darren. I tried to be prepared this time. See, look, list, and then it goes on to continues on to the back. I have a list. Okay,
that's gonna fuck us up, right?
Just this one time.
I mean, you've already got that.
I know. We are.
We're already off of the list.
I know. Yeah. Okay. So then there was the Leaders of the Separatist Alliance, which is also coming quarter 3 of 26. This is the one that has Admiral Trench, who is a suppression beast. It seems like as a commander. It has the new sculpts, another new sculpt of Grievous, the new sculpts of Dooku Ventress, and then it also brings in Savage as an operative who can go in the Separatists, and he can go in Shadow Collective because, well, he worked with his brother. So that's kind of cool.
That is very cool. Cool. That'd be cool to see that on the
yeah. He has a 1-pip. Savage, I believe's 1-pip card is 1 commander and 2 operatives is what it orders. So you can order 3 units with a 1-pip, which is kind of cool.
Yeah,
kind of cool. Yeah. They also showed Han and Chewie, the mercenary operatives that I believe only go in the Rebels. This is their episode 4. They're getting hired at the Mos Eisley Cantina, and that's coming quarter 4 of 26. Then there's the Jedi Bark Speeder, which includes an Anakin, a Kenobi, and then the generic general. Kenobi is a commander. The Jedi Knight Commander is a commander, and then Anakin is an operative. Yep. And that's coming quarter 4. The Guerrilla Troopers are special forces for the Rebels. It is their red saved. They've scrounged armor from stormtroopers
You know what? I haven't played Rebels in a while.
They look pretty cool.
That's going to be a box, even though if I don't play them, that's going to be a box. They look pretty badass.
Yep. That's coming quarter 4 of 26.
Yep.
They then showed the Imperial Mud Troopers and the Wet Weather Gear Stormtroopers. I still don't like that name. I should have came up with something better.
Yeah.
Both those are quarter 4. They also previewed a new box set
with those guys.
It's the 224th Armored Division, which has a special edition Imperial officer in it. That's also coming quarter 4. That has Mud Troopers and Wet Weather Gear.
Seeing all that stuff, Dave and I, specifically Dave, wants to do a trench, like tabletop trench warfare tabletop with all that. And when you see the Mud Troopers, it does kind of like make you go, "Whoa, that would."
We could do Hoth.
Yeah. We already kind of have a.
That's true. Table. That's true. We don't really have a mud trooper. I have a mud map.
Yeah.
I do have a mud map.
You guys know there's a game called Trench Warfare, right?
Yes.
Yeah. But he's considered, the 2-inch foam, and then actually.
And then digging into it, so it's into the 2 actually like 3.
Yeah. So 3D trenches.
Okay.
In the table.
Okay.
And then
I could see that.
Making it like 2x2 tiles or something.
You're right. That. Yep. So then you can kind of put them how you like.
Yep.
I like that. Yep. All of that is quarter 4 of 26, and then they did an awesome little preview video. If you haven't seen it, it's up on AMG's site. Which, we're late anyways to this. This happened last week, and we're only recording now, and who knows when this gets out. Yeah. But if you haven't seen it,
the other guys have already interviewed.
Yes, they've interviewed the Wills. I'm sure the Wills are done talking about Mandos now for a while.
Yeah.
Too bad they're not. They're going to keep answering questions. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so motherfucking Mandos, and they're coming in June of this year, i.e., 2 months, maybe 3, because they'll probably be maybe end of June, and we're in the beginning of April. But that's how you announce something like this, because now everything is probably already in the country. It's all ready to go. It's at the warehouses, and they just have to hit release. It's not, it's 3 months or 6 or 8 or 10 years or whatever, and now there's going to be 3,000 delays and it's got to get pushed back. It's, hey, you guys didn't know this was coming. Here it is, and you're going to have it in 2 to 3 months.
That's pretty good.
That's amazing.
Really, AMG keeping the secret and throwing them out like that.
That was
pretty badass. Yeah.
I will give recognition where it is due. So they are their own faction. There are going to be 5 clans. They've got Death Watch, which I assume is going to be the one that goes into the Rebel or the droids. Clan Kryze, which can go into Rebels and Republic. Clan Ren, which is the one that will probably just go into Rebels. And then there's Clan Saxon, which I have to assume that's technically Shadow Collector, but they might also have that one go into the Empire. Maybe. Maybe Empire won't get one because, they're the Empire. And then there's the Covert. And the Covert is Mando, the Armorer, Paz Vizsla. It's the non-aligned. They're not mercenaries. They're not going to go into anybody else's stuff. That's that. The army box that Darren was talking about is a 600-point covert. Covert?
Yes.
Covert box. So if you don't want to play covert, you're not going to be able to run that out of the gate at 600 points because they have the Armorer and Din in the box. There's no other commander to start with yet. All of that is coming June. There are, on the box, there's 22 Mandos that are shown, different regular rank and file Mandos. Mm-hmm. But there's also Din and Grogu are getting new sculpts, separate sculpts, and then the Armorer. So, sweet. There's then the Mandalorian Warriors, which is a box that, trying to think it would be like the Wookiee box. You're going to be able to make several different squads from it, but probably only one squad per box. But there's multiple cards you could create with it. That's coming in July. That's got the Mandalorian Warrior box has the Initiates, which is only 1 black for melee, a range 1 to 2, 1 black with long shot. And they have 1 health, 1 courage, speed 2, surge to hit. They have red defense dice. There's no other keywords. The thing is blank because they're allowing you to create your own clan. And so if you take Clan Kryze, you're going to gain X keywords. If you take Clan Ren, you're going to gain Y keywords. And you'll be able to make your own clan to include who knows what keywords.
We don't know yet.
We don't know.
As of this point, we don't know.
As of this point.
But it is pretty cool.
It is pretty cool, but this is where my one concern is. Because I am an old gamer, and I've been gaming for a while. I've gamed when GW did the same sort of thing with their Imperial Guard regiments and their Tyranid Hive fleets and their Space Marine chapters, to where you could make your own from a list of, you get to pick X amount of things from this list and take them. Now, they've said if you make your own clan, you can't take any of the named characters, which makes sense. But I don't know how balanced it's going to be, because you could make some pretty broken things with what GW released. Now, they did say in an interview with Notorious Scoundrels, if you make your own clan, you will be on the lower end of the power scheme, because they wanted to keep it from being overpowered. And if that's the case, perfect. That's how it should be.
And you won't be able to, proxying, but without the build your own commanders.
Which those are coming. That's why this is its own faction.
But with the build your own commanders, you'll kind of have to wait for that.
Correct. You'll have to just proxy and say, hey, this Din model is going to be my commander.
Yeah,
until then. The other option that's in the Mandalorian Warriors box is the Mando Warriors. It is a core. Oh, both of these have 5 troops. So 5 Mandalorians in a squad. That's one more than the other Mando squads. And
actually, it's 2 more.
Well, then Clan Ren. Oh yeah, right. Because you have to add in.
You have to add. You have to add
right.
in.
Add in to get to the 4th.
Yeah,
correct. And it's one more than our ARC troopers. So those are going to be Courage 2 core. So another faction has Courage 2 core. It's not just Republic anymore. They've got their weapons are the exact same as the Initiates, except their melee is 1 black and 1 white, not just 1 black, because they're a little better trained. They come equipped with Jump 2, which the Initiates do not. They have Duelist and Impervious, so that's nice. And they Surge Hit and are Speed 2 with 2 Courage. I said that. 1 hit point each for all of them. The third option you have out of this box, I kind of like how we have 3 options in 1 box. Like, that's nice. It is the Mandalorian support. It's a support option that's only 4 bottles base, but it sounded like you could take maybe 2 heavies in it, or it's going to be something different in that aspect. That one was very much obscured. You could see that it had 4 troopers, and it had the same ranged weapon as the Clan Kree's veterans, which was a 1 black out to range 1 to 3 is what was shown. So we don't know anything else about that card. Then you have the Clan Kree's vets. They're special forces with 5 troops. They are like the old school Mandos. They're Surge Hit, Surge Defense, Red Save, Speed 3, Jump 2. They have Impervious. They have Tactical 1. They have Mandos are stronger together, which we have no idea what that keyword does yet. They have melee to range 2, 1 red, 1 white. And then they have their range 1 to 3, 1 black. So they've combined the best of both of the current Mandos and put them together. Let's see. They then have the customizable Mando Leader and Mandalorian Hunter. Now, they did say in the roadmap, the Mandalorian Bounty Hunter, which I don't know then if that's going to be an upgrade on him, because he's not listed as having bounty to start with, but that might be the doctrine that he can take, because both of these have to take that doctrine ability that the other Build-A-Bears have. These are all coming in July of 26. The leader has Jump 2. You have to take a weapon. You have to take a doctrine. Impervious has retinue Mandalorian warriors, so that's nice. Free tokens. Has 5 health, 2 courage. Has 5 health, 2 courage, speed 3, surge defense and hit. Melee is 2 white, 2 black, pierce 1, range 1 to 2 is 2 red, 2 white. So not horrible. Not horrible at all. The Mandalorian, and again, it's listed as Mandalorian Hunter, but then they kept referring to it as a bounty hunter. So hopefully it's a mercenary that can go in all 4 factions. So again, I'm really hopeful it's a bounty hunter then, because then Republic can have a bounty hunter, because we don't have one yet. It's got Jump 2, equip a weapon, and a doctrine. Has the Impervious. The melee is a range something, you can't see it. That card's blocked. But he has got 5 health, 2 courage, and he surged to hit. Does not surge on defense.
So we're really hoping for some scenes
to stats, or stats to scenes, whatever it is.
Like the stats.
Yes.
To give us some points and a few more things, so we can like proc this stuff and get them on the table.
Yes. Mandalorian Leaders is the next box set that's coming. Now there was 2 different dates given for this one. On the first picture that had Bo and Axe, it said July of 26. On the second picture that had Paz Vizsla in the armor, it said June of 26. But they're all in one box. So
We
don't know when that one's coming. But that is the named characters, kind of like they've done with all the other factions. Yeah, Bo-Katan's kind of crazy. She's a commander. She can go in Rebels or Gar. So I can make Siege of Mandalore now without having me in my battle force as soon as these guys get released, because both the Clan Kryze veterans and now Bo-Katan and Axe are mercenaries for Gar and Rebels. So I'll just make my own Siege of Mandalore. She has Jump 2, Death from Above, which is nice. Impervious, Mandos are stronger together. Tactical 1, she's 5 health, 3 courage, speed 3, surge crit, and surge on defense. Her dual blasters are melee to range 2 with 2 red, 2 black, and they're high velocity. So that means it's another melee weapon that's high velocity and out to range 2 high velocity, which isn't bad. Again, we don't know point costs on any of this. Axe is an operative. Again, he can go in the Rebels or the Gar. He's Jump 2. He has Charge. He has Coordinate Clan Kryze unit. So he's 5s for Clan Kryze, which is always nice. Impervious, Mando strong together, Tactical 1. His melee to range 2 is 2 red, 2 white. He has 5 health, 2 courage, and he surges to hit and surges on defense. So he's not as good as the surge to crit Bo-Katan, but still decent. Paz, my boy, he's an operative for the covert. He has Jump 2. He's a field commander, so you don't have to take a commander with him. Kind of like that. He has Impervious. He has Steady. He has This is the Way, and then it's Aim 2. So it's like independent. Aim is like how it's listed. It's the thing, what it does. No idea what that is yet. His melee is 2 red, 2 white, pierce 1. And his range 1 to 3 is 1 red, 2 black, 3 white, with it looks like the keyword overwhelm. I don't know what that does. He is 5 health, 3 courage, surge to hit, and defense, and he's speed 2. But he can be your commander. And then there's the armor, who is a commander for the covert. She's Jump 2, aid covert, so she can kind of do what the Pikes in the Black Suns can do with their capo, or with their syndicates and their Black Sun Enforcers. Has Charge, it has Impervious, has Reliable 1, has This is the Way, move 1 or recover 2. And I have no idea what that means then, because you can recover, like recover would be you recover, unless then this is something you're going to hand out to other people to recover. Again, don't know. We'll find out when they release that keyword. Melee she only has a melee weapon, and it is 3 red, 3 black, crit 1, impact 2, pierce 1. So a mini lightsaber, more or less. And she is 6 health, 3 courage, speech 2, and just surges the defense because she has the crit 1 on the gun. They are going to release the Mando print and play on how to build the clan, your own clan, how these are going to interact with everything.
The keywords for
keywords everything. There's going to be specific upgrade cards that they kind of showed very blurry pictures of that was like on a printout that looks like there's one that's a grenade for certain, because it has the grenade icon, that they're going to be able to take. And they also did say that they are going to update the other Mando units that are already currently out there to be more in line with what these new ones are. All of that said, that's all coming probably, well, the update to the keywords will probably become April 21st. That is their next dev update. That's when the point updates happens. Errata's FAQs. Hey, that's like 4 days before the spring training. Guess what? Those are the rules we're going to be using.
You'll be using the updates for it.
So. Yes. So you've got 4 days for this fun tournament to get your list updated and changed and whatever needs to happen. I'm just going to let everybody know if they drop points for any of these things, I'm going to bring them. I'm going to proxy Mandos. Like, I don't care. It might be Siege of Mandalore, so I might go back and say I'm not going to play Republic. Well, I might play Republic with Mandos. if they drop and update Mace's keyword, his mastery, everything else has been spoiled. He will be legal. You can use him in the tournament if you want, as long as his vast pad, that whatever it is, mastery is in the update that releases on the 21st. Yeah, so I am super excited for these guys. They also showed off the
So I just, it's a piece of terrain, but it's a flying piece of terrain. So they're going to bring flyers into the game, which is something brand new.
yes,
it is a lot bigger than that, of course.
and it's on like a huge like X.
Yeah, it's on a
Base.
clear X base. They kind of mention like strafing and that kind of thing, which would be involved in what they do.
Right. Kind of like they in one of the interviews they talked about how like in Rogue One the X-wings came in and strafed and then went back up into the sky and then got into dogfights and then came down and strafed and went back up into the so each faction is getting one. They shown the Fang fighter was in the Mando reveal video.
Mm-hmm.
They did mention an X-wing.
Yes.
They have not said what that's not been confirmed that that's what it is because it's just an emblem and a number. Yeah. But it's going to be an X-wing.
Yeah. Which that's really cool. I love it. It's a new unit type.
Yep.
So it's got its own chip. It's a new unit type for that. I've played a lot of war games myself.
Yeah.
And sometimes flyers can either be because Flames of War they had them.
Yep. Yeah.
Bolt Action they had them.
Yeah. And they were like amazing
or
just
garbage didn't do anything because it was a random roll to see if they came in, right?
And then you had in Flames of War, you had anti-aircraft guns that could intercept them on the way.
Yeah. So we're not sure how they're gonna go or how they're gonna affect it.
It's not on a standard base.
No, it's on
probably not using a movement tool to move.
Yeah. So and I would guess if two sides had them, they would have to fight before one could. You would have to have maybe
like a dogfight, X-wing style. I mean,
because you would have to have air superiority to be able to.
Right, you would think
you would have. I mean, that's just a guess. So that's interesting.
Yes,
right?
It's very interesting.
So we'll have to see what that does and how that affects the game.
Yes.
What else was there? Okay. So the Ghost. Did you see the Ghost?
The Ghost Crew. They did not even mention that at all on the roadmap, and they snuck it into the case the next day.
Yeah. So it was. I saw somebody
entirety
just panning the entire Ghost Crew. So that's in the case with all the Legion stuff,
and it's Legion sized. They're not Shatterpoint minis. It's not.
So
anything else.
So without saying anything, it looks like the entire Ghost Crew is coming.
Yeah. There was a new Sabine. There was a Kanan. There was a Chopper. There was a Hera. There was a Zeb. There was a Kanan. It had the entire crew.
Yeah, the whole crew.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that we picked that up as we were watching. Let's see. I think that's about it, right? Anything else gets spoiled?
Not really. They did the big mega grand army. One of the army combatants brought 12 ATSTs, and that was legal.
Was it 12 or
10? 10, maybe 10, whatever. It was a ton of ATSTs. Right. The guy did say, well, even if we wanted to talk about what the rules were, they said after these games, they're going back and adjusting the rules because of what people brought. So we're not the reasons why we can't have nice things this time.
Not this time.
But I am kind of glad they're going
games.
to. Yes. Yeah. I am kind of glad because when somebody said they brought 10 ATSTs, I was like, that doesn't seem fun to play against at all. Like, I don't care if I have 2,000 points. If you've got 10 ATSTs, like, that doesn't seem very fun to me. So, but
I guess it depends on what you got to your 2,000 points.
Right. I guess if I know I'm fighting 10 ATSTs, then I just bring all the impact and ion and you'll have not a fun day, but whatever. I'm very curious to see how they develop that because I have always liked big games, especially when you turn them into team games.
Yeah, that kind of stuff is cool. Yeah.
So we have our tournament coming up in April, on April 25th.
We have a tournament in April?
Yeah, spring training.
Really?
Yeah, you're still not signed up for it. Don't think I haven't noticed that, Darren. You're still not signed up for
I
it.
better get signed up.
You
for
better.
that. Yeah.
So that's going to be a Games Plus One as normal. And then this is a save the date announcement. There is nothing up yet, but save the date for October 25th because that is the tentative date for the 2026 Fall Brawl. I got the email today from the LVO, so I will be sending in I got the notification from LVO about sending in, hey, if you want to run an event next year for LVO qualifier, blah, 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 blah.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I submitted all the stuff, I guess I haven't submitted the stuff because I got a second email from them saying, hey, these are the list of people that still need to submit their events for LVO. And I was like, I thought I already did this like months ago, but they don't have it. So either I used the wrong form or what, but there was a new link on a different form, I guess. So I will get that taken care of this weekend. So for those of you that scored top 8, I don't know why that's going off now. I don't know. So those that scored in the top 8, those points will get added into the LVO. I guess they're not there yet because they sent me an email saying I needed to still do it. But there was also a list of like 20 other events, so I don't feel as bad, except ours was probably the first event of the season because their season starts like the second week in October.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
Yeah. So
yeah. That's what I'm going to be going to. So
you're going to LVO this year?
Yeah, I'm going to
Nice.
go to LVO this year.
Are you gonna make it to the Fall Brawl?
Yes, I'll make it
Okay.
to the
Thank
Fall
goodness.
Brawl.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay.
Of course I'm.
Okay. Just
Yeah.
checking.
Yeah.
Just making sure.
Yeah, I understand.
So look for more Mandos. I have a feeling everybody is going to be running Mandos.
Not everybody. Some people hate it. Some people, there's going to be too many Mandos out there, and so they're not going to like it.
Maybe.
Some people are going to enjoy trying to kill them.
Yes.
Yes.
And maybe this will get the monkey off of the back of the Republic for being the favorite faction. Because one of the Wills already said that his favorite faction is the Covert. He thinks it's the best of the 5. And, well, if the game designer is telling you that, that might be his favorite. So,
that's pretty cool. So,
it is, yeah. So I'm super psyched to get Paz, to get the armor. I can do my Siege of Mandalore now. That is what I've wanted to do for a long time. I'm going to be able to do it with Bo in the Kreese, and it's going to be 7 activations probably, and I'm okay with that. I think I was saying give me Siege of Mandalore before you even had Ahsoka because I was like, well, we're never going to get Ahsoka because you gave it to Rebels and you gave me 2 Shatterpoint versions of Republic Ahsoka and still didn't give me. Not that I'm bitter about that at all.
He's still bitter about it. He's got Ahsoka.
I do. I use her all the time now. She's about in every army that I make that I can take Ahsoka. So currently, though, this will be shocking to you. I am putting together all of my Mandos I own between Shadow Collective and Rebels, and I'm going to be running Mandos of some sort at the spring training, whether it's these Mandos or Rebels with Mandos or Shadow Collective with Mandos. There will be Mandos in my list. So if you're teching against me, bring all the Pierce you can, and just swarm me because it's not many units when you bring a whole bunch of Mandos, especially the old Mandos, especially the Rebel Mandos that need some help. But that's fine.
They're a little expensive.
They are. They are. I can't wait to see the cost of these guys.
Yep.
So
it may be a smaller force than Republic.
It probably should be if they're going to get in for surging red defensive saves.
Yeah, so
and surging red attack saves.
It could be, but but that's it won't matter when you're up against me. I still roll blank. So
that is true. That is true.
We got anything else? Is that?
No, I'm hopeful to get a game of Legion in before the tournament. My boys have kept me busy playing other games, and that is what happens, and that's fine. Now, the Legion playing boy wanted to get a game of War Machine in when I thought it was going to be a Legion night at the store. He's like, I want to play War Machine, Dad. I was like, all right, we'll bring the War Machine stuff. I got no problem. Rolling dice is rolling dice. So.
Yeah.
I think that's probably about it.
All right.
This wasn't nearly as long as I thought it was going to be.
Well, I mean,
I talked fast.
Yeah. So, to I guess summarize.
Yeah. Motherfucking Mandos.
We got Mandos. There's flyers coming.
There's
there's the
new Separatist leaders.
Yeah.
New Jedi are showing up. Yeah. There's new core for the Empire.
The new commanders, they should be out for the Empire, right? The
High Command. Those are already out, I believe.
They're already out.
They're out in the wild, I believe, already.
Maybe.
Probe droids, I believe, are out in the wild.
Yeah. or soon to be.
Soon to be.
Yeah. So all kinds of cool shit going on right now for Legion. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, Han and Luke Tons.
Yes. Yeah.
Those are out. Maybe.
I don't know that they're out.
They've been fully spoiled. If
They've
they're
been
not
spoiled. Yeah. So yeah, there's all kinds of really cool Legion shit coming out.
There's tons of Legion shit coming out.
So if you
Great time to
stayed
be in.
for this long, this is for you. And then I found out that, well, for the ladies, this is for you. So yeah.
God, I'm blind now.
I know.
Yeah, you should have given the guys some warning.
Well, yeah. Wow. Can't even fix that in post. That's no fixing that one.
So stop watching us.
Go roll some dice.